Ladies and gentlemen, today our topic is going to be more spicy than the election. And just when you think we might be running out of great positive content, we are here once again. So, today's topic, 5 traps we must avoid in Harris's 2025 and how to reclaim your health, your wealth, physically, financially, socially, mentally, spiritually. Today is gonna be a huge session, so better get ready because it will go crazy in the best way ever. First tip, the first trap we must avoid in Harris's 2025 is the trap of the rewind, the hook. And that is the first trap because what the media will try to do, you will think the name Donald Trump will simply fizz out of the news cycle because Harris wins. Now that's what I project, and I'm willing to stand on it until the very end, in which it will turn true. But you will think, well, is that it? My prediction is that no, because the media is going to continue to milk Donald Trump for content. There's a not so popular term, but I guess some of you might have heard this, especially in the gaming space. We call this the lol cow. Jay Rush, how much have you bet on Harris? I do not gamble. I have never gambled in my life. If I have the money, I might as well buy myself a good lunch or a good haircut. I don't gamble. If I gamble, it's only on word of mouth. Regardless of how you think the election is going to go, especially if you go take a look in poly markets, I last heard on some of these betting sites, there are no upper limits. And that is just horrifying. I'm pretty sure out of the hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people all over the world who has put money into that type of thing, some of them might have sold off the things they need to bet on the future they think is going to happen. And that's not something we will do here. But regardless, going back to the point I was making. Oh, hold on. I think the chat disappeared, but let me bring it back out. There we go. So, the first trap is that the media will not stop talking about Donald Trump. They are going to tell you, look, everything about Donald Trump. You think you've had it for the past 8 years and 9 years? You haven't had enough. And that's what the media is going to get to you. They're going to cover everything relating to Donald Trump's public appearance, his court cases. They're going to cover Barron Trump, Melania Trump, his family, his links with Jeffrey Epstein, his campaign funds. They're going to cover everything about Trump in year 2025. You think it's over? They don't think it's over because they know. Fear? Good morning, Landslide fan. Thank you, Owen from Ohio. You think it's over? I think not. And that is going to be the first trap. Because what that is going to do is going to suck you in. And they know it. They know that that's how they make money. Because they want to suck you in to all the negativity, to all the drama. Look, I know what goes viral. Even as a small-time YouTuber, when I was only having something like less than 200 subscribers, I got videos that go upwards of 27,000 in terms of views. I know what goes viral. But you know what? You know what goes even more viral than that? Hate, fear, and the best one of all, anxiety. Because it keeps you coming back. They are going to drag the trials. They're going to drag the trials out the entire year. So that they can get all these content coming into the news media. Because they want to drag it out. If they drag this thing out, which is why you're seeing all these polls. Erica P, any kind words for Nate Silver? He says, this guy says, dumb. Nate Silver is bait silver. I'm just calling it I'm just calling a spade here. Pat sitting, Dallas, Texas here. Just voted. Turn Texas blue. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Benita, good morning from Blue, North Carolina. Awesome. See, Kozu, morning. Thanks for your balanced optimism. Much needed today, as always. Thank you all for coming in. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, you are very early, and this is good. I'm gonna share with you all 5 traps we must avoid in Harris's 2025. How to reclaim your mental health, physical health, and financial wealth. This is gonna be a full live stream. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be way better than all the election content I did. This is the real news you need to improve your life. Thank you for the first heart. Whoever did that, thank you. I watch you every morning. You are welcomed. The first trap, like I said, is the trap of Donald Trump, because it's not gonna stop. These things are gonna be jammed into your newsfeed, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. All of his court cases, everything he does, public appearances, his family, all of that, they will try to distract you with fear, hate, and worst of all, anxiety, because it keeps you coming back, right? It keeps you wanting to know what's going to happen. You keep so much of your mind on Donald Trump that you waste your time. You see, the first year of Harris's term, it should be the biggest year, right? Because when someone just comes along, there's a lot of hope, there's a lot of energy, but what the media is going to try to do is to siphon that energy and give it to Donald Trump. And that's the trick, that's the trap, that's trap number 1. They're going to keep you on the hook. They're going to keep you hooked on this drug called Donald Trump. Good morning, Detail. Good morning, Perfect Blind Guy. Elton Granger, nurse from Greensboro, North Carolina. Stay the course. Stay the course. This message is on point. Still trying to figure out how he makes up 80,000 votes in Pennsylvania, but maybe I'm crazy. Look, I'm going to promise y'all something. The only news I will cover after the elections, okay, when Harris wins, it's going to be about Donald Trump, is his passing. I'm not going to cover him going to jail, which is almost for certainty. I'm not going to cover what Melania Trump says unless it's a positive thing. I'm not going to cover Donald Trump's public appearances and all the crazy things he would do. I am not covering any of them because we are done with Trump. We are going to dump Trump forever. This will be one of the few channels on YouTube. Thank you for the super chat. There's some experts saying we have lost Florida. Look, they're experts on flat Earth. I'm just telling y'all, they're flat Earth experts. I don't know. Medina Roll. Good morning, young genius. Thank you for the compliment. Gaulas Kara. Good morning from Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you. There's some expert who say, yeah, we want Florida. You see, here's the thing. Okay, Marty Collins, don't calm down. Let's calm down. What Jay is saying is that some experts, they have a view of Florida who thinks it's gone. But you know what's the thing? You know what's the thing here? How do they know? How do they know? how do they know? Here's the thing. They saw the Republican votes come in, and they think, you know what? There are more Republicans voting in Florida than there are Democrats voting in Florida because there are more Republicans registered in Florida than Democrats. So they think, well, it's lost. Now, on that, I say the same thing. If we're out here worrying about Florida, that's the least of our worries. See, I raised the standard so high that now we're worrying about Florida. You see, this is why. Good morning from Tennessee. Thank you, Perfect Blind Guy. You guys, do you guys understand the effect that I've been able to create? You see, Here's the thing. You think if you spoke up, you wouldn't have an effect. But that's not true. Because I'm sure at some point, other channels that cover election have seen my content. And inevitably, my energy and my analysis, whether be right or wrong, will rub off on how these other larger channels are going to see when it comes to elections. So what happened is that I had a network effect. I had a ripple going outwards. And now the standard now is if Democrats can't win Florida, that's bad. You see how the standards have changed ever since I started doing live streams after live streams every single day, almost every day. We have risen our standards. In the past, just before I started this, remember a month ago? Congratulations on 4K. I couldn't have done it without y'all. Katrina Jones, look forward to the day we never see or hear from Trump again. I will be the first person to stop talking about Trump. Okay, until he passes and leaves this world, that's the only news I'll cover. And after that, I won't talk about him no more because we're tired. We're tired. Steve Smith. Good morning, Guru. Good morning, all. Hey, watch the vid. A place for Trump. Very funny. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendation. Listen to this. When we feel we don't have the power, that's when we are right. Because that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we feel we are lost, guess what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. We have plenty of life experience in this wholesome chat of wisdom, and we all know what happens when we think like that. And we don't want that to happen. So here's the thing. When it comes to a place like Florida, let's get back to what Florida is about. The fact that we are the ones who are worrying about Florida shows something. It shows that we're just not worried enough about the blue wall. Listen, guys, I haven't heard the term blue wall for at least 3 weeks now. You know why? Because we just raised our standards. Because I came in and I said, guys, if Roe got overturned and we're still worrying about the blue wall, then what is the meaning of all these? And other voting channels picked this up and went like, you know what? He's right. They never told me, but I'm pretty sure they watch my videos. And they go, you know what? This guy's right. We can't have low standards and expect to win. You know how we set standards? You know how we set things like, we're going to finish this essay in 2 hours, then we take 4 hours. But what happens when we say we're going to finish this essay in 2 days? Then we're going to finish in 4 days. Work expands to take up the space you set for it. Quote. Take that quote. Remember that, clip it. Clip it into your mind. Work expands to the space you leave it. And when we say the work is not at the blue wall, when we say it's at Florida, when we say it's Texas, our work, our body of work, and our energy expands to fill that space. Benita, you're so right. I know. This is why I'm out here. I'm spreading the truth. I'm spreading positivity because I know it works. Jeffrey Gunter, good morning. Love your show. Love you, brother. Jason Fu, good point. Listen, this is how we have the blue wall on. We have to think in terms of winner's mentality. Like Jason Fu said, we want the blue walls and we're going to win harder. We can't be out here, we got a blue wall. We just crossed 270 and that's a relief. Well, guess what? What if Trump makes a play? Then now you're anxious and you feel like you might lose Wisconsin and you feel like you might lose Michigan. Maybe Pennsylvania is looking a little shaky. And now you're worried again. And now you're on the grind. You're back on the grind, trying to fight the psychological warfare. These are not things we should be concerning ourselves. When we win to the brim of our ability. We don't want no small win. You see, this is when we think one person can't change the world. You bet I changed the world. You bet. Because my videos, other voting channels, they're going to see my videos and they will say something similar. They will change their paradigm. And the other voting channels, even larger than them, are going to see these channels and they're going to change their mind. You see, just recently, even those channels where I said, are negative, I'm seeing more and more positive things out of those negative saying channels. You see, here's the thing. Here's the magic of social media. Let's not complain. Let's do. Wasn't it Obama who said, don't boo, vote? How about this? Don't complain, act. Be responsible. Take up the responsibility. Be the first. Like I say, I'm going to pioneer 2025. Being that one guy out here who's going to be 3 months early, 2 months early, covering women's empowerment, which will be the largest topic. One of the largest topic in the year 2025. It already started in Mexico. Claudia Starbomb Pardo, the first woman president in Mexico. It already started. I was late to the party. It already started over there. And so many people are still caught up in if we're going to lose the blue wall, which I was the first one to say. Those are some there's some garbage standards. I hate to be harsh on words, but there's some garbage standards. John Scott, thank you for the $3. Every cent goes a long way. Femi Anima Sean, just recommended your channel this morning to the guy who has been on all networks for accurately predicting past. Alan Lakeman is the man. From that description, I already knew who that is. You see, when we get the word out, just share it on Facebook. Thank you. See, when we think one man can change the world, see, this is the mentality. This is the asymmetric warfare we play on ourselves. We keep saying things like Donald Trump did this, Donald Trump did that. When it comes to others, we believe one man can change history. But when it comes to ourselves, we say, hey, look, we're powerless. That's bogus. See, that's the defeatist mentality in our own minds. And we have to adjust this. Good morning, JJ Warner. Welcome back. UK had women PM decades ago. Was it Theresa May? Or I think it's Theresa May and who is it? Margaret Thatcher. Two of the women were that I really don't like, though. But it's okay. When you pump the glass ceiling, you start normalizing things. And who was it? The Finnish Prime Minister, Sanna Marin. I think that was her name, right? We got. Now it's not even special now. If some country, wasn't it Thailand 2 months ago, who got their first female prime minister? Like right now, if there's a female prime minister in a country, that wouldn't get news. You know why? Because it's normal. If the news headline comes out, that's why you don't see all this attention going to the first female president of Mexico, because everyone's like, yeah, what about it? Like, it's just of course women are gonna take up major political power. Like, what's so special? Nothing more. And they go like, you know what? We should not focus on if she's a man or a woman. We should focus on her policies, because gender is no longer, people don't perceive women or men no longer perceive as women as some different and in some defective way not good leaders. This is the norm. I called this. I was late to the party. I thought I was early. I was late. You see? I was late. I'm telling y'all, in 2025, women's empowerment, we see a spike like the days of the 1920s. It will be something we haven't seen for literally a century. It will be something. It will be once in a lifetime for most of us. And that's the message here. Katrina Jones, she's actually ahead now in the votes. Trump would not have ran back to Florida if he was winning. Exactly. Do Hill and MC Archangel. Lord, you can hope. Putting that out as the main issue is one of the things that cost Hillary. Exactly. See, the fact, okay, you know who is talking? Who is talking about Kamala's race? It's Donald Trump. You never hear Kamala Harris say anything about wanting to be the first woman president. It never came from her mouth. You never hear her talking about she's black. In yesterday's interview, town hall with CNN, which Trump backed out, the interviewer gave her a identity politics question. She didn't answer that. She just went on talking about other stuff. She didn't take the bait. You see? Like can you guys listen to what Kamala Harris is saying? She's playing smart. No identity politics nonsense. See, Donald Trump is a person who's about the race, about the gender, especially race. You see, especially the race part. But you know what? That's not going to win him the election. Because people are tired. People are not just tired of racism, but just tired of the identity politics as a whole. Yes, some men are backwards thinking. Some women are also backwards thinking. But again, in year 2025, in Harris's first year of her presidency, things are going to go through a seismic shift. We got so much to look forward to. Like, we can't let Trump and his news stump us, because it's blocking our vision. It's blocking our energy. And like I say, one man can change the world. I changed the world with my energy. You know, people are telling me my analysis is smart. Oh, sure. I got some of those things wrong too. But what I never got wrong was the courage to stand up here and be the first. The small channel too. I got a lot of trolls, by the way. Mean words, all those things. I came out and said, you know what? It's better to be a clown than a coward. And other channels, larger channels who has more things at stake because they're afraid, you know, their channel could go haywire if their predictions got wrong. They saw this smaller guy coming out here and saying, you know, I'm going to take a stance. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to be flimsy. I will be wrong, but I will be firmly wrong. I won't be flimsy. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm taking the stand. Look, if it went the other way, I'm taking the humiliation. I'm going to take the public embarrassment. But I'm not going to change my perspective and my opinion and my hopes because of all these polls and news coming out trying to sway me and trying to bait me into nervousness, into anxiety and fear. That's not happening. And when you look at other channels, look at all these other channels, they start echoing the same message. And where does that come from? You will think you have no effect as a channel with like 3,000, 4,000 subs on a channel as large as, you know, that of David Pakman or Kyle Kalinske. But we do. The fact is we do. And every one of you who's putting in the super chat, when they come and watch our playback, it's not my playback, it's our playback because we are here to create this together, they see all the support. They see the donation. Voting trend never went live for the longest time. But guess what? He started going live every day in the past week. Have you guys noticed that? What happened? Why? What changed his mind? He must have seen us getting together and discussing this in lifetime. And he saw, you know what? This is the best thing to do. Because we can actually engage with the audience, with voters, with actual voters. Lifetime. And we get to converse. We get to discuss. We get to engage in discourse. Some of them may be a bit heated. But it's all healthy things. It's all great things, all healthy things. Thank you all so much. John Scott, thank you. Femi, thank you all. Nepernicus, Harris actually avoided the bait. See, that's the thing. They try to bait her, she's not taking it. Katrina Jones, look how much money she's raised from small donors. It's all going, I like your channel, I'm voting in Michigan for Kamala. You see the effect we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, look at it. We are doing the work. We're doing the work. Before you down yourself, look at the reality. Don't down yourself. Don't imagine your head. Look at the reality. We're doing real work here. Philip Soul, go blue. Vote. Let's go. You see, we got a real effect. And going back, by the way, this is very relevant to my first tip. If you see the title, 5 traps. And this is forbidden knowledge because the media doesn't talk about it. Unfortunately, I wish they do, but it's against their interest to say this. Forbidden knowledge. 5 traps we must avoid in Harris's 2025. How to reclaim your health and wealth. It's a full live stream. We're going hard. If you're going to watch the playback, I already went through the first point, but I'm going to tell you all again. The first trap they're going to try to pull on us is the hook. They're going to try to get us hooked on one simple thing, and it's called Donald Trump. That's the drug. Because that is milking the fear. And you see, sometimes we tune into Donald Trump not for the fear, but because he's so whimsical, in a hilarious and ridiculous sense, he's good entertainment. But guess what? That's a waste of time. Because you could put that time in places that support positivity. Not just here. This is not a self-promotion. There's so many places out here who has such positivity. Some of these people I don't agree with on a lot of things, by the way. And one of the channels, I'm not sure if you guys heard of this channel. I've been following him for years. Again, I disagreed on a lot of things he said. But when it comes to positivity, he's got it. And it's Infinite Waters Diving Deep. I'm not sure if you guys heard of him. The other one, Teal Swan. The other one, Actualize.org. I disagree on so many things with these people. I disagree with a lot. But you know what? You spend time tuning into Donald Trump. Why not spend some time watching Ralph Smart? If you don't want to, watch Detail Therapy, that's fine. Okay? What about Ralph Smart? What about Teal Swan? What about Leo Gura from Actualize.org? These are the people you can watch. And again, like I said, I disagree with a lot of things they say. But when it comes to the time you will spend, you're giving it to Donald Trump. You're giving it to Fox News, CNN, the people who cover Trump, and all of his court appearances, all of these other things. Look, it's just a waste of time. Because it's not like you could decide the outcome of whether he goes to jail or not. So why are you there to watch all of these? There's no point. It's a waste of time. It's there to sap your energy. And that's the first trap. Travel spin. The UK has kicked out their Tory party a few months ago. Like negativity and incompetence. Look, everything's coming together. Camille Rodden, vote blue through and through. Let's go. Didactic. Someone needs to tell Trump what God say he will do anyone who adds to the Bible. He doesn't care. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna call this. Right after election. After elections, when Harris wins almost for certainty. Now, that's you guys go out there and vote, and most of you have done that. I'm not gonna cover Donald Trump until I hear the news he's passed. That's the only time I cover, because I'm not out here wasting your time. I'm not gonna cover his court cases. I'm not gonna cover all these other things that's happening around Donald Trump. I don't care. Thank you, JJ Warner. I don't care. Because if you want to watch that content, there's so many places you could get that. You don't need Detail Therapy covering that. I can guarantee you. Isn't providing news. Christopher Phillips. You're right. I'm not going to provide all those other things. I want Donald Trump to be a phrase I don't hear for the entire year. At least the first year. I'm not hearing it. Because it's not. He's uninteresting and unserious. If we're going to spend time, we're going to talk about things like the traps we are going to avoid in the year to reclaim your health and wealth. That's what we're going to talk about. Ajiha Navarez, as my indigenous ancestor and I was, the offspring have gone through this country and straight through. With this, we vote for democracy and Kamala Harris. That's it. That's what we're on about. Mike Schooley, we watch Archie Bunker for years and got a good laugh, but never would we have voted for him. Same with Trump. Exactly. Michigan. Let's go. Pennsylvania. The blue wall. Everything. Let's go. Perfect blind guy. God's Quran. Trump isn't worth my time and energy. This is what we have to be saying. Okay. Right now, he is, unfortunately, because he's a candidate. But guess what? After the fact, I'm not going to cover his ass. Robert Reed. I shorted Trump's stock card. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Marty Collins. No, he isn't God. Blue wall stands strong. Look, listen to this. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. Okay? The first trap in 2025 is the hook. They're gonna try, the mainstream media is gonna try to get you hooked on everything about Donald Trump. Make sure you don't give your time to Kamala Harris. You give your time to Donald Trump. You think the fight is won? Not yet. Because the media is out there to divert all your attention away from what Kamala Harris is doing to Donald Trump. And that's what Trump is good at. He's good at being a showman. He's good at hogging the spotlight. And that's why he keeps getting in, he keeps getting close, because people keep giving him the attention. Even in Joe Biden's time, Joe Biden didn't get all that attention. It was Donald Trump that got all the attention. And they're gonna play the same trick. It don't matter if he goes to jail. They're gonna cover him every single day. Every single day, there's gonna be more news coming out from Donald Trump. And even in Biden's time. So guys, listen. You nailed it this morning. Detail, mess around and Donald Trump be the last word you hear in your mind. Listen, like Marty Collins got this. Let's cut to the chase. Let's turn the new page. We're not going back to Trump times. Nothing but you are so right, JJ Warner. Nothing but reality TV. This is what he's good at. This is what he's gonna good at. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Keep following Trump. Look, if you want to follow Trump, that's fine. In this place, I'm calling it. I am not spending any more time on Donald Trump after the election, because we got so much work to do. We got so much work to do when it comes to Kamala Harris, when it comes to women's empowerment, we will learn from him. Don't get me wrong, didactic. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. We have to not forget history. We have to not forget. In fact, that's one of the other trap that I have, is a fourth trap. We got 5 traps to go through. We got so much content. You know what? I'm going to call intermission just for 2 minutes, because I'm going to rush to the toilet, take a leak, and drink some water. But don't go just yet. We're 1 out of 5. We're 1 out of 5. We got 4 more, and it just gets better and better. You guys will love it. You guys will love it. Okay? I'll be back in 2 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, see you then, okay? Give me some time. And hang out with this ocean lady. All right. I bet I got it all out faster than JJ Warner can get his coffee. I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, coffee break. A little slow, huh? Gregory Parham, let me swatch back. Ocean lady, time for you to take a break too. There we go. Texas is looking great for Orid. You see, guys, I've been talking about this. Okay, I know some of y'all are watching from like your home TV, so you can hear me anyway. So I'm just gonna keep going. Carmen Sigley, yes, lessons learned only, never empowering competence. Oh, Carmen, you know, I should be setting up like with one of those like little horn effects. You know, when someone says some words of wisdom, we're gonna clap. Okay, guys, put in the clap. When someone's making sense, when someone is telling us something that will enlighten us for our entire life, and is applicable to more than just election, we clap. How about that? Giving them plaque. Okay, I can't do. I don't want to mess up the stream. I don't want to play with YouTube chat while I'm streaming. But guys, give Carmen Sigley your claps because he needs it. Okay. Now, someone said something about Texas. Can you guys see the change in our psyche? Can you change? Can you see the change in our thinking? Thank you, Katrina Jones, for the clap. Dave Beiser, Aussie. Good morning. Bye bye, Ocean Lady. You see, here's the thing. Listen to this. Clapping, didactic. What do you think about Santa race? Okay, I got quite a lot to go through. I will go through all of that. But let's go back to what Larkin Hope said about Texas. Do you guys see what's going on here? 1 month ago, we're talking about... No, 2 months ago, we were talking about Pennsylvania. 1 month ago, we were talking about the Blue Wall. 2 weeks ago, people are worrying about Georgia. Today, we're worrying about Florida. By next week, we'll be thinking about Texas. And on the final days, we'll be turning our eyes to Ohio, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and maybe Alabama and Oklahoma. You see, like we are... Do you guys see where we are heading? Do you guys see where we're heading? Cruz is still leading in Texas, unfortunately. It's all right. Because we are the people who's making the offensive move. We're the playmakers. Hightower, welcome to the stream. You see what's going on? If I wasn't here to set the standards higher and higher, I was a person, when everyone's worrying about the blue wall, I was like, guys, if we couldn't get 420 electoral vote win for Kamala Harris, this is a shame. You see, when people are thinking Kamala Harris is going to lose, I was here saying, look, if she can't win by more than 400 EV, then what's the point? And ever since then, it went from Pennsylvania to Blue Wall to swing states to Florida and now to Texas. Ever since then. So, the change in mentality is what wins us a battle. The real warfare is psychological. It's ideological. It's not out here. It's not physical. It's spiritual warfare. It's not solid things you can touch. It's how your outlook into life. It's your attention span. It's your focus. The real war out here is the war on attention, on focus. It's the war on focus. It's not cultural war. Cultural war is a surrogate. It's a surrogate for turning your focus away from what Trump is doing and saying Washington at the same time. You see what's going on? Sue Prater, you're still paying attention to MSM. Look, I'm not going to pay any attention to all these news. I barely mentioned what Kamala did on CNN, but I'm not going to cover all these other things. What's your take in Florida, Mike T? I say there's a decent chance. Mike Dundee, much respect from Melbourne, Australia. Harris Waltz, thank everyone for coming in. Like you say, Mike T, everyone vote. When we all vote, we just win. It's pretty simple. Vote early in Las Vegas. Thank you. Story told. Thank you for the claps. Listen to this. And like I said, that's the first trap. The first trap is they're going to keep us all wind up on Donald Trump. It's the first trap. It's attention warfare. We are in attention warfare. And what they're trying to do is to distract all of us, take away our energy and our focus. Okay, so we can focus on Donald Trump and not everything that's in our life that makes sense. That's the first trap. Okay? We got 4 more. You guys ready for the next one? Tell me you're ready. Okay? The second trap. Hightower. Do you think Arab Americans will vote negatively in Michigan? They're consolidating against her. My question is very simple. Are women gonna turn out? Like you see Hightower, like someone said, you're paying attention to too much of the mainstream media, MSM. If women turn out, Hispanic man, black man, Arab man, look, the electorate is made out of men and women. If women vote, I think what will serve you well is that you go back into my log and watch some of the live streams I did. Okay, I broke down the numbers. If women and men voted by sexes, right, if the gender gap is as high as 100% each way, which will never happen, but I was saying there are only 10 states where there are more men than women. You know what that means? If women voted, you know what that means? Kamala Harris will win by 484 electoral votes. And out of the 10 states, 4 of the largest electoral proportions are already historically Democratic. And that is Nevada, Colorado, Hawaii, and was it New Mexico? I think it's with those 4. Nevada and Arizona. Yeah. Do you guys understand like how unfair the fight is? And we're worrying about the Arabs. We're worrying about black men. We're worrying about the Hispanics. We're worrying about young male voters who are in the manosphere. Like, how about just win women? Like I said multiple times, go to my backlog. It's wealth of content. It's a wealth of content. Focus on that one key that will win us. Alan Lichtman's got 13 keys and he's a brilliant man. I respect him very much. I've got 1. How about that? Let's cut the numbers. I got 1 key. It's called women. How about we grab that key? How about that? That's what I'm saying. Olivia Soto, what's the data for battleground states? At this point, I'm not bothered. Luis Nadolski, I would like to think billionaires have better sense, but, hey, look. I'm just saying, a lot of these billionaires, they're in the game to make money. I can't trust them. I just can't. Mike Scully, if we reject Trump decidingly, was disgusting acolytes like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz fade away too. No, they will not. This is a second trap. We are all heading in the same direction. 5 traps. Today is a second trap. This one is second trap. Adam Jamilo, what percentage of new voters are women? Well, probably more than men, if I were to suspect. Maria Magnum, you are the best. Thank you. KW, Manosphere sucks. It's a horrible place. It's a horrible place. It's a place where male souls go to die harder. That's the place. Okay? Thank you for making me feel better. We are all coming together. We're helping each other out. The second trap. Okay? If you missed the first one, watch the playback. The second trap is complacency. That's a second trap. Like who said it just now? Do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ted Cruz are going away? This is the thing. When we think we've got Trump, we think we won. But that's the problem. That's how... Do you guys remember in Obama's time? We thought we won. We thought we won and we chose a historically uncharismatic and unappealing person to carry the torch, and it was Hillary Clinton. Because we thought we won. We got complacent. We thought racism is done for. We thought homophobia is done for. We thought sexism is artifact of the last century. We thought we were done. But someone came in and took us by storm. And since then, until now, we're still forced to talk about him. This is the cost of complacency. Complacency did not start with the voters. It started when we thought we won. It started at the middle of the last term of Obama's presidency. We thought we won. We didn't care. And we let Hillary Clinton got in. She was the only candidate who could have lost the election. You put Pete Buttigieg in, we would have won. You put AOC in, we would have won. Okay? You put Bernie Sanders, any candidate, but you know what? We got complacent. The DNC got complacent. They got their super delegates and all these other nonsense. They thought, you know what? We're ready. We're ready to just shove in any woman and call it the first woman president of the United States. We got complacent. We underestimated the tenacity of the evil within our opponents. We got carried away. And that's how we lost. And that's why we're in the predicament today. Because we thought the enemy has been stamped out. We thought our opponents have given up. Those people, they don't give up. Because here's the thing. Evil never takes a vacation. Oh, we are in the room of wisdom right now. We're in heaven. We're in heaven. Evil never takes a vacation. You will though. You will take a vacation. Evil's working 24/7. They don't take no vacation. And that's the thing. You think when Harris go in, all these evil will just disappear? They're just gonna return to the darkness, and they're gonna have their little cabal, their internal meetings, their underground meetings, hands and cash being exchanged behind the scenes, swept under the rug. They're gonna reorganize. Evil does not take vacations. Keep your foot on the pedal. Godless Kara, thank you for the loves in the chat. See, this is why I'm here. I'm already looking into the future. You think that we have exterminated all the evil in this world because we took out one man from the position that he should have never been in the first place? You must be very naive. I can tell you that. Because these Marjorie Taylor Greene people, the first thing they do is they're going to claim fraud. They're going to claim fraud, okay? That's what they're going to claim. Fraud is stolen, it's rigged. It's not going to work. Obviously, it's not going to work. Mark Askew, much love for my brother, likewise. But obviously, that's not going to work. The reason they do it, like I said, is the first trap. The first trap, I say, it's the hook. It's to hook you and take your attention to them. They know it's not going to go through. They know they will lose every court case that's on that direction. But they are doing it to instigate fear in you, so you feel like you have something to lose. So you let off your foot on the pedal of positivity and hope and dreams and the future, and you wind up steering back to combat these fear-baiting antics. Right? So here's the thing. That's what they're going to try to do. And on the second trap, complacency, after 1 or 2 months of it, they're going to go back. They're going to say it works because it doesn't keep y'all on the news media and pay attention to them. You're not building your career. You're not building your body. You're wasting your time. You're not spending with your family. You're not spending here with us, the hundreds of us who are here watching the live stream with positive energy, looking to the future. You spent your time on Marjorie Taylor Greene crying about re-election being rigged. See, you will click on that and spend 2 hours doom scrolling. That's the trick. But after that, what are they going to do? Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to pretend they lost, okay? And then they will retreat into, quote-unquote, the background, okay? They'll pretend to retreat. But what they're doing in those times is that they're preparing for the second overturning of Roe v. Wade. They're on their second campaign trail. And it's not going to be Roe v. Wade. It's going to be something else. Because all these things, you think Donald Trump just made an impulsive decision to overturn Roe v. Wade? This was planned for 50 years. People kept saying, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They have been systematically doing it for the past 50 years. Evil is, like I said, evil never takes a vacation. They have been working this since before Reagan's time. They've been, ever since women got the right to vote, they have been working on this project. It wasn't Project 2025. It was Project 1905. It was a Project 1905. It started 100 years ago. When the first day women got the right to vote, some people, not just men though, some people got together behind the scenes and said, you know what? Let's have a plan. Let's have a plan. Let's slowly but surely inch into tyranny and dictatorship and the stripping away of basic rights of people. And guess what? We got complacent. We thought women's rights are sealed. We thought that's it. We thought evil has been exterminated. No. When you think like that, you end up releasing the pressure You end up releasing the lid on the Pandora's box, and it's gonna open one day. Bubble wrap, doom scrolling is a new one for me. For a lot of people, it's been their life. There's no consequences for their action. You know why there are no consequences? Because, like I said, for the past 50 years, they've been working on this day and night. They have been working on this. That's why they got no consequence. They got all the right people in the right places. Donald Trump handpicked 3 judges. How did he know these 3 judges? They must have known each other before. See, there's a cabal. And you don't know about this because mainstream media don't talk about this. They are together in this. All these people, there's what they show you, which is a surface level stupidity. They want to convince you that they're stupid. And you know what? Some of them are. But stupid people can't work their way to the top and overturn Roe v. Wade within a stroke of a pen. You think stupid people can do that? We got complacent. We thought Donald Trump stupid. That guy's very intelligent. At least he's got people in the scene, behind the scenes. We don't know who they are. They're talking while they're playing golf. You think they're talking about our future, the future of our children? There's a mastermind. There's more than one mastermind. Couldn't be one person, because one person couldn't make this work. There's an entire coalition behind the scene. Remember Heritage Foundation? If their Project 2025 never got leaked by a bunch of hackers, you know what's gonna happen? When that thing goes on, look, that's what they feel comfortable printing. Imagine the type of ghoulish stuff they're willing to do once they get power. Imagine what are the things they never released. And we're out here feeling like, you know what, if Kamala Harris wins, you know, it's like evil is defeated. No. They've been planning this. It's not Project 2025. It's Project 1905. The conditions haven't came together for them to do it. And it has came together, at least they thought, this year. They have been planning. They have planned. Yeah, they have planned ABC. They got this planned out. You could not have a president elected for one term and put in some judges and it just overturn a 50-year norm, societal norm. Like no one. See, they've been working and they've been telling you. That's the thing. They never kept their mouth shut. They've been telling y'all they're gonna overturn Roe v. Wade. They told y'all for 50 years. They've been saying it since the beginning. But no one cared. People didn't care. People got complacent. Complacency is our downfall. That's the real complacency. You see the problem? So when you think, you know, we're done, it's a done deal, the fight is over, evil is out, that's when you leave enough breathing room for evil to creep back. And it's going to be very silent at the beginning. Then at a turn of a knob, it all comes out. The goblins come out of woodworks and they just start gnawing on people. And that's where we have seen that. They've been planning this. And that's the second trap. Never feel so complacent that you think a Kamala Harris victory, however large a landslide, give her 538-0. It matters nada to the fact that there are people out here who wants to see destruction to the people that they feel like are inferior people. And they're willing to work together. Here's my third trap. Oh, guys, ladies and gentlemen, hit me with the chat. Hit me with the comments. Like, share, super chats. Everything you can do to jack this thing up. To make people see. We are out here. We can see into the future. Everyone is stuck on, can we take a blue wall? Everyone's stuck on all these things. Very short-sighted. Nothing wrong with it, but it's very short-sighted. And we're out here talking about what they will do in October 2025. You see what we're doing here? Mind bullets, thank you. We are seeing ahead because this is what we need. What it takes to combat evil efficiently. If you're stuck in the moment of fear and doubt and anxiety, then they got it. Then it's going to be Project 2029. Because it's not going to stop. You think it's going to stop at 2025? It's not going to stop. This project didn't work. They're going to have the next one. So don't feel like a Harris landslide. That's time for us to take a break and chillax and let off the steam. No, this is the perfect time to go further in and take more territory. Convert deep red states. Convert Oklahoma. Convert Alabama. The work cannot stop here. The work cannot stop at 400 electoral votes. I'm the first one to say this. Can you imagine a guy so crazy? He said the work doesn't stop even if we get a 400 EV landslide. Preach, brother. J.J. Warner. I will be the first to say that the work does not stop. The work does not stop even if it got 538-0. Harris got House in the Senate. It doesn't matter what she's got. The people, like us, cannot stop and then feel like we don't got the power. When we see damning content on the internet, denigrating women, attacking common decency, we have to speak out. Because they got a network. Remember Tenet Media with Tim Pool, with Lawrence Southern? They got paid out by the Russians to spread misinformation. They claim they didn't know. You didn't know? You're paid $150,000 every 2 weeks to spread anti-Ukrainian news, and you didn't know this Tenet Media was called Russian money? You didn't know. That's very convenient. I don't even make $150,000 in the entire year. You make it in 2 weeks. I don't make it in 2 years. You thought you didn't know it's Russian propaganda? Oh, you think we'll believe that, huh? You think we believe that, Mr. Poole? What's the end agenda? Very simple. What I said this in the Women's Empowerment live stream. Conservatism's end agenda is always the same. Okay. For all of those who tune in that day, tell the answer to everyone here. What does the conservatives, what do they want to preserve? What do they want to conserve? Who remembers my answer? I'll give you time. I'll give you time to recall, to think about what's their end goal. What do they want to conserve? What do conservatives want to conserve? Fear. Gregory, you got one. The other one. Power. We got more answers. What's their end goal? What do they want to conserve in society? We got people out here. Let's not forget that. What do they want to conserve? You gave a very powerful question, didactic. What do they want to conserve? Okay, I'll give you the answer. It's fear and suffering. That's what they want to conserve. Their end goal is fear and suffering. That's their end goal. Because if you look at their agendas, you look at all their agendas, it's very consistent. When the child is born, they don't want to give no child tax credit. They don't want to give good schooling. They don't want good education. They don't want none of that. But when a child is not born, when a child is a fetus, they want the mother to suffer. They want to ban abortion. They want her to bleed out in a parking lot and die as her husband are watching. They want men to be in a state of fear and think women are the enemy. Their end agenda is always fear and suffering. Didactic asks why. I ask you the reverse. Didactic. Why do you want peace and happiness? I can ask you this question. Why do you want peace and happiness? Can you answer that? You probably can. Because, okay, I grew up from a Chinese culture, obviously. There's a yin and there's a yang. When there's one force, there's the other force. There are people who want creativity, who want peace, harmony. You see, there are people who want that. But there are people who just want to watch the world burn. You see the thing? Like I said, look, listen to this. There are people who are addicted to mangoes. But there are those who are allergic. They eat half a mango, they need to go to the ICU. As much as we like peace and harmony, they just like fear and suffering. They like it. And just like you couldn't explain why you like peace and harmony, they couldn't explain why they like fear and suffering. There are people out here, like I said, evil does not take a vacation, and evil does not need a reason. Okay, this is the paradigm shift. We must make this shift right now. See, good needs to give reasons. See, that is why the left always have to give reasons. You know, why you didn't do. Everyone keeps blaming the left, but no one cares. You see, no one cares about what the right does. They keep saying Washington because they don't need reason. Evil does not need reason. If evil needs reason, then it's not evil. It's rational. Do you understand the paradox here? You ask me, what's the reason for evil? Evil doesn't need reason. Because if evil can reason, it wouldn't be evil. Think about that. Think about that. Peace and harmony has a lot of reason to work through. But evil doesn't need a reason. No, but that's the thing, didactic. There are people who don't want universal well-being. And they don't need a reason to say that. We cannot project our rational minds. We cannot project our rational minds onto the evil. They are not rational. You can reason something, you can reason someone out of a position they never reasoned themselves into in the first place. Their currency is fear. Exactly. Their currency is our fear and suffering. Women save me, please. Women will turn out. Adam Jaramillo. Women will come in. And they will do a lot. And us, man, we better support them. We better support them. It's a very simple thing. Third trap. Thank you, didactic. You are equally profound. Third thing. That's going to have the third trap. Guys, this is an important one. It's self-division. Look, if you read history, this is the trend. Once the enemy dissolves, the people make enemies of themselves. Oh, you're gonna see this in 2025. We're talking about 2025 out here. We aren't talking about 2024 election. We're talking about 2025 out here. We're ahead of the curve. I'm calling it. When people feel like Trump and Trumpism and MAGAism are dissolving, when the enemy dissolves, people turn on each other. And we must not fall into that trap. We must not fall in that trap in 2025. I called it first. You will start to see leftists turn on leftists. You will start to see leftists splitting hair. They're splitting hair and dividing amongst themselves. The right is laughing. Because the amount of damage the left can do to the left is way more than the entire right could do to one of us. Because this is the thing. Look, we are strong. And we are united. We are for peace and we're for harmony. We're for all the good things. But there's one problem. We don't tolerate ourselves. We will tolerate right-wing insanity and keep saying washing it, but we will not tolerate a smallest mistake coming from another left tuber. We don't tolerate each other. This is deep detail therapy going full prophet. Look, I'm out here. And by the way, I'm no prophet. All I did was to consolidate human history and go, oh, that's happening again. Like this is, any one of here can be as wise as you feel like I am. You just look at everything that's happened and you contemplate, you go, where have I seen this before? You just go, this has happened at least a dozen times in the past 1,000 years. You just go, a lot of things are falling in place again. Look, listen to this. The left will absolutely shred any leftist that is not exactly in line with them. Okay? With the mean, with the core of the median. And it will just go out there. All this reputational war between Hassan and who was it? Was it Even? Well, I think it was between Hassan and Even. Between Walsh and Noah Samson. Between Xander Hall and Destiny. All these things. Like, look at the actual amount of difference between their politics. You look at it in a grander scale of things. Okay, you look at the grander scales. The left constantly wants to tear each other apart. The only time we really get together is when Trump is in play. But here's the thing. Once Harris takes down Trump, this infighting is going to kickstart its course. And at 2028, if we don't stop this and say the message, we must be united. We must stand together. We must stand strong because the enemy is not defeated. Enemy is not defeated. They are not. They have just retracted into their secret little space, and they're gonna make another play. Once we are a pile of loose sand attacking each other, they're gonna make another play. That's the type of play they're waiting for us to tear each other apart, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna debate Destiny. I'm not gonna debate Vosge. I'm not gonna debate David Pacman. I'm not gonna debate Kyle Kalinske. No, the answer is no, because I got my own show and I'm here for positivity. Why debate? If you want me to debate, I debate all these other people who are out there spreading MAGA lunacy. You know what we should have in the left? Discourse. We sit together on the fire at the fireplace and have a good heart-to-heart talk. That's what we need in year 2025. And I'm calling it. Once the greater enemy starts fading away, people start eating each other. And this is where evil creeps back again. If we are united, there's no way they can do anything about it. Joe Biden said, there's nothing we can do if we do it together. But here's the thing. We must not let history repeat. The third trap is self-defeatism. Okay, it's self-divide. That's a third trap. Are we ready? Are we ready to head into the fourth? Guys, there's so much wisdom in the live stream today. Are you guys ready? Tell me you're ready. Hit me with some likes, comments, chat, reacts, super chat, shares. Hit me with all of those. Tell me you're ready. Are we ready to go into the fourth? Are we ready to go into the fourth trap that we might see in the year 2025 when Harris wins? You're ready? Is everyone ready? We're all ready. Let's go. Let's go. The fourth one is that we forget what has happened. We forget the damage evil has done to our country and the world. We go in with this sugar high. We feel like we want. We forget. And that is bad. This is how sane washing is done. Sane washing can only happen when the fourth trap happens. That is, we forget Project 2025 as we are in the year 2025. We forget. We don't remember that until year 2028 when they've already got Project 2029 lined up. We forget. In year 2025, a lot of people are going to forget what happened in the year 2024. All the things J.D. Vance said, all the things, dog eating, and how they like taking away women's rights. They think there has to be some form of punishment for women's basic autonomy. We forgot what happened in COVID. And there are still people who believe Donald Trump can handle a national crisis better than Kamala Harris. We already forgot the crisis that literally killed hundreds of thousands of innocent Americans, left and right. We forget. When we forget, that's when sane washing comes into place. We don't forget. Thank you for the hundreds. Thank you for the heart. We do not forget. This is the fourth trap because all the media is going to keep you in this moment of whether it be anxiety or torture or fear or maybe euphoria and a high, whatever it is, it's going to keep you forgetting what has happened in the past. And that's the weapon. That's the ultimate weapon of sane washing. Because you forget about everything that happened in the past, they could very easily say otherwise. People believe Donald Trump is good for crisis. Did people forget that Ron DeSantis turned down millions of dollars for Florida's disaster aid? Did they forget in Project 2025, they're going to defund FEMA and take away federal disaster aid? People forget. When we forget, that's when we forsake. When we forget, this is the trap. By 2025, people will forget what happened in 2024. I'm with you, brother. You're 10 times better than any media outlet. Look, I'm just telling the truth. Mark Askew. I'm just telling the truth out here. And I can see, I can already see it. People will forget. It's constant. Thank you, didactic. Constant awareness. Being focused. Staying the course. Elton, who said it first. Stay the course. Focus. Like I said, there's no culture war. Culture war is a surrogate war. The real war is a war on focus. It's the war on attention. They create culture war, identity war, and the war on political correctness. All these things are distractions from the fact that you will forget what Trump did in COVID. The real war is the war on attention. When you click off today from detail therapy, watch what you click next. Think about it. That's the real war isn't a civil war. The real war is a war on focus. What do you focus on? Are you going to watch this on playback and be like, you know what? I need to stay on point. I need to stay on message. I need to stay on task. Or would you doom scroll and doom click on 10 videos about why Donald Trump is winning, why we need to worry, why everything's crumbling down, everything is everything's getting screwed, and you're just on the doom scroll for the next 3 hours? What's your decision from here on? Because then you'll forget. See? When you stay off message, you'll forget. Focus. That's why Kamala Harris never got baited in that CNN interview. She got focused. She said, I'm not going to answer the identity politics question because I want to focus on policy. I want to focus on helping all and any American, regardless of their sex, race, income class, or nationality. I don't care. Young, old, not my problem. I'm staying focused. You see, this is why Kamala Harris is the ultimate weapon to MAGA. Because they are focused. Because she's focused. She does not lose. She's always on message. She's always on point. She's always policy, policy, policy. Policy. What am I going to do? How am I going to cut taxes for the middle class? How am I going to get in affordable housing? How do I get in affordable education? How do I get all those things happening? See, this is the level of focus you need. And when you forget the lessons you learned from the school of hard knocks of your past, when you forget, you lose focus. Our next POTUS is going to be Prosecutor Harris, who knows this. She knows it. She knows to not let off. She knows not to let off on the person committing a crime because they're trying to talk her off her game. She knows what's going on. Barbara, good morning. How is Georgia doing? Look, listen. I've said this. As long as we vote, we shouldn't care. Vote. If you still care, call people in Georgia. Call your friends. Call your family. We don't care. Because the more you care, the more you'll spend time clicking on 538 and paying Nate Silver and his amazing life selling fear and anxiety. Marty, exactly. War on focus. Incredible insight. This is, again, all these numbers. We have to stay our course. There's only one war happening in the age of information, and it's the war on focus. There's all these culture wars, all to distract you from your game. And Kamala Harris isn't fool. But some of us, and I don't blame you. Listen, Barbara, I'm not here attacking you. We must be focused on what we're here to do. Barbara, I'm sure you have family. I'm sure you have maybe children or people you love. Instead of worrying about the numbers, I'm pretty sure you voted. I'm pretty sure you and your family voted down blue and you tried your best to activate your community. From now, 12 days down the road, nothing matters. In this 12 days, where everyone is focused and have all their attention on the election, on the numbers, could you perhaps, let's say, okay, work overtime, take up a second job, and earn 200 more bucks for your family so you can buy a nice car, a nice toy car for your son as a Christmas present. You see, this is the focus we need. This is the focus. When we vote, when we call people to vote, when we did our best to vote, we are done. It's done. It's a done deal. It's a war on focus. We must shift our focus. Listen, I'm the only poll you watch. Barbara, you are amazing. And I'm not going to be out here, trying to make y'all feel bad, make y'all feel afraid. Listen, we got this. We already got this. We got this as long as y'all go out there and vote and call your friends, call your family, get your community, go out and vote. We got this. It's pretty simple. It's not difficult. It's not hard math. And once we did that, move on. Turn the page. Not going back. Voters, that's it. Barbara, that's it. You called your family yet? You called your friends yet? You want to do that? Because that's better than, us worrying about the numbers. Because we are the people who decide the numbers. You see, Barbara, I'm cheering you on, Barbara. We are the people. We decide the numbers. Searched for you. Show us the map. Of what? Of what? You want to go 270? What does the map look like when Harris wins by a landslide? It's pretty simple. Look, if you want to see the map, you can go to this channel called, I think, Let's Talk Election. There are a lot of people who are talking about this. Blue Dog, 101C, PA, NCA, and Georgia. I say that's possible. Alex Adorno, I voted 2 weeks ago. See, action speaks louder than words. And that's what we are on. Congratulations at Barbara. Thank you. Talk my daughter into voting with me. Oh, yes, Barbara. See, this is everyone clap. Give Barbara the clap she needs. You see, this is what we want. This is the type of thing we want in this chat. This is what we want. Give her the clap. I'm serious. When someone wins, we clap. It's that simple. Bubble wrap, thank you. You see how focused we are? Do you guys realize how focused we are? When we focus, we win. When we focus, we win. It's that simple. It's very simple. The only real war. Ain't no civil war. Ain't no cultural war. Ain't no identity war. It's a war on focus. When you focus, you win. When you lose attention, you get baited into fear. You forget things. You forget the past. You forget your future. You forget the present. You get trapped by the media talking this and that, this and that. Now they got you. I got 2 friends and relatives voting for Kamala Harris this year because of our talks. Yes. Yes, let's go. Barbara, go girl, let's go. Pen sitting. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this up. See, this is the type of focus we need. This is the type of focus we need. The next 13 days, the only thing you do is that if you haven't voted, go vote. If you can call people, go call them. If you can go door knocking, don't wait for the Harris campaign to do that. You can do that. You know what? You know what's a funny thing? You know what's a heartwarming thing? When the Harris crew come down to knock on your neighbor's door, you know what's going to come out of Martha's mouth? She's going to tell you, hey, look, I already voted for Harris yesterday because Barbara knocked on my door yesterday and told me we must vote for Harris. And the Harris crew can go to the next door beside her and save 10 minutes or half an hour convincing her. And move on, and move on. Everything we did, everything we do, you know what that type of feeling is? You know how that feels. When the campaign people come and knock on your door and you open it and say, you know what, I voted. I voted 2 weeks ago. Who said that? Who said that? Someone said, Alex Adorno. When they knock on your door and you said, you know what, I voted for her 2 weeks ago. You know the sense of pride? Do you want that? You want that? Focus. You want that? Focus. Simple. It's very simple. You want that feeling? When they come knocking on your door and you say, I already voted. And they say, thank you for your vote. And they move on to the next door. And you know when they knock on Martha's door, she's going to say the same thing. Because that's what you did before they even came here. Do you understand the sense of pride over there? You can though. You can do it right now. You don't got to wait. And that's the level of focus we got. We're not focused on the polls. We don't focus on the news. We don't focus on all these other things. It's just it's a proxy war on your focus. And that's all it is. That's all it is. Dallas Democrats that come to our door multiple times asking about my mother. I let them know I took her today. Yes. Oh, this is so empowering. There's so much empowerment. Look, this is where you guys should be. In heaven. Where we are. There's a moon here. There's a sun here. This is where y'all should be. We don't need to die to go to heaven. Who said we have to die to go to heaven? Heaven's right here on earth. Wasn't that a song? We got heaven on earth. Who said you have to die to go to heaven? This is where we are. We're in heaven already. And we want more people to join us. We want more people to join us. Alex Adorno, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ground game for Kamala Harris. No match. She will win. See? We on the ground. We on the ground. We ain't just talk. We walk our talk. And we knock the talk. We knock the doors. See? We are focused. We aren't distracted by the polls. We aren't distracted by the all these news talking about, oh, today she's going to win, tomorrow she's going to lose. Look, we don't give a damn because we got our job to do. We just do our job. And we do our job, we know we'll win because we know we did our part. And that's it. Never forget. Do not lose focus. Do not forget what happened. Do not forget on how that made you feel. So you can stay. Every time you lose track, remember what it was like in COVID. You remember what Trump did? Some of there were people in my comment section who said their family, their brother, their mother died listening to Donald Trump's bogus advice on disease control. Do you remember that? You still want to lose focus? You still want to lose focus? You forgot. You forgot. Too much news, too much polling, too much numbers, you forgot. When you forget, you lose attention, you lose focus, you start losing ground. Trap number 4, forgetting where you came from, forgetting where you're going to go. Never forget. That's the 4th trap. Jesus said not to look for the kingdom of heaven to come for you because it's already around you. Awesome. See, we got wisdom everywhere. You just need to know how are you looking at things. Oh my God, you went to 1,000 house. Alex, that is wow. I mean, wow. Could Kamala Harris pay you? Because she has to. Someone has to pay you. Oh my gosh. Can I pin comments? Can I pin this? Oh, I can. Message pinned. Oh my God. Guys. Alex. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. That's... Woo! Guys. We got a clap. What's going on? We got a clap. Alex. Alex Adorno. Alex Adorno. Come on. We got a clap. We got a clap. Oh, this live stream is fire. Oh, this is what we're here for. This is why we live. This is the meaning of life. To do the right thing. This is what phenomenal. This is beyond. This is everything we've wanted. You see, you listen to this. Like I said in the beginning, watch the playback. Listen to this. I started out this journey feeling like I couldn't make a difference. But guess what? I did. I was here congregating all this positive energy with Alex Adorno here. I just turned a community of people and got everyone together where there are people who knock on 1,000 doors to tell them about Kamala Harris. And there would have been, you guys wouldn't have heard this if I wasn't here spreading the message. Kenneth Wright, good morning, my blue voters. You see, like I said, one man, one woman, one person can change the world. Don't feel like your voice don't matter, your votes don't matter. It matters. I went to Red County and not 800 houses. 90% they'll vote. Oh my God. Wow. That is huge, Alex. That is huge. That is huge. Because some of them are, a proportion of them will go to like their relatives and spread the word. It's gonna get, it's a network, it's a ripple effect. Alex, amazing. Amazing. Huge. Wow. See, this is what we want. Look at all the heart emojis coming in for you, Alex Adorno. Incredible. This is the great news. Copernicus, this is the great news. Why is no one reporting this? Why isn't the media reporting Alex Adorno going to a deep red county and started convincing people to vote for him? Why are the news not covering this? Why are the news not covering this? This is why I say, stay focused. We want to focus on Alex. We want to focus on Alex Adorno, not Alex Jones, out there telling you about all these insane stuff. Chemtrails, turning the frogs gay. We don't need that. We need Alex Adorno here. Door knocking, turning red counties blue. Why is the mainstream media not reporting this? Why is CNN, Fox News not reporting this? And thank you for coming in, a Merry Christian. We love you. We love you too. James Park, thank you, Alex. Share this. Share this. Share this. Do it right now. Don't wait. If Alex can go out there and knock some hundreds of doors, dozens of doors, with a click of a button, get his effort out. Make CNN cover him. We go 12. Make CNN cover him. Make Fox News cover Alex Adorno. Make MSNBC interview him. Share this. Ladies and gentlemen. One share per person. That's it. We see. Do you realize the power of focus? Guys, do you realize the power of focus? There's a fourth trap. In 2025, people are going to try to take us off our game. Ain't happening. Not happening. Stay focused. Yeah, what do we do when we love our country? I'm not expecting anything. Alex, you are a hero. You are amazing. We need people like you every single day. We need people like you every single day. Alex, I got no rewards for you, but if I got, I'll give you a badge. Alex, you are you're being real here. You're being real here, guys. And lastly, this is the last trap. The fifth trap, and it's the largest one. It's the largest one. Actually, this is the largest trap. This trap is larger than the combination of the first four. Okay? You guys ready for this? Tell me you're ready. Put it in the chat. Tell me you are ready for this last trap that you will see we must avoid in Harris's 2025 How to Reclaim Health and Wealth in that year. Franco is ready. Okay? American Christian ready. Cheryl Pennywell ready. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? The last trap we must avoid in 2025. The largest one yet. I'm going to give it to y'all. Okay? It's the trap of no gratitude. Oh, this one. This will be the largest trap in the year 2025. Pet sitting, like you said, your daughter is born with less rights than you have. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, we must protect our daughters. Pet sitting. I'm gonna pin this. Okay, let's go. Let's go. How can I let me figure out? Okay, I'm gonna pin this. Guys, listen to what pet sitting says. My daughter has less rights than when I was born with. This is ridiculous. Focus. Mark Lepensi, I like health and wealth ideas. Thank you. I will be covering that. This is what we'll be covering. Gratitude. This is the largest trap in 2025. The lack of gratitude. This will be the largest trap. People right now will be all in for Kamala Harris. Okay? But by the third month of 2025, people will start trying to pick on Harris. And people will lose gratitude. They forgot what she had to do. all her efforts to campaign and fight against the MAGA lunacy, they will forget all of it. See? No gratitude. They forget what she did. They forget what Joe Biden did to prevent Donald Trump's second term in 2020, where hundreds of thousands of Americans' innocent lives were lost due to his botching of the COVID response crisis. What everyone's talking about Biden right now is he's old, he's senile, he can't move, he can't string a sentence together. No gratitude. This is the largest trap in 2025. No gratitude. All these people who put their career, who put their life on the chopping block to save us, no gratitude. Once they're out, we just dump them. We just kick them to the curb and say, well, he's old. She's not as good as she promised. No gratitude. This is large. By the third month of her presidency, people are going to start picking on her. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. Well, they saved us. They saved us from Project 2025. What more do you want? What more do you want? Seriously, name me one person. Okay, Bernie Sanders, okay? That was one person. Who else? We got Tim Walz. We got Joe Biden. We got Kamala Harris. Who else? Where's our gratitude? We don't thank them. We're constantly picking on Kamala Harris. Why hasn't she adopted the perfect position when it comes to Israel and Gaza? Why hasn't her adopted the perfect position? No gratitude. Zero gratitude. And we're wondering why the MAGAs are always cutting in close. Biden rescued y'all from Project 2021. You see? It wouldn't have been Project 2025. It would have been Project 2021. No gratitude. Thank you. See, this is what gratitude looks like. A Merry Christian. $9.99. This is what gratitude looks like. All these people out here picking on Kamala Harris, trying to split ticket, trying to split us out. Oh, she didn't do the best in convincing the Muslims. Oh, she didn't do the best. Well, what about the fact that she's out here trying to prevent the Handmaid's Tale in 2025? No gratitude. I haven't heard a person say thanks to Kamala Harris. No one saying thank you, Kamala Harris, for fighting the good fight. Yeah, of course, everyone's gonna hit and miss sometimes. We hear so much on the left talking about Kamala Harris is botching the Muslim attempt. Like, she's not doing Israel and Gaza. Joe Biden didn't do well. This, that. Well, what about the things they did well? What about that? Do we hear about it? We forgot what Joe Biden did to save this country from the economy that was very close to bankruptcy due to Donald Trump's complete botching of the economy of the COVID response. Have we forgotten that? Obama was great. Have we forgotten Obama? We forgot. We still remember his speeches, but we forgot. We forgot all these people. No gratitude. And this is the problem. In 2025, you will see the media clamming down on Kamala Harris, trying to down her, trying to downplay her, trying to make her look bad. But guess what? We will not fall for the trap, because we will remember Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Tim Walz saved us from the Handmaid's Tale. If you want to clamp down on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Clamp down on J.D. Vance. Clamp down on Gen 6 crowd. You want to clamp down on Kamala Harris? She's down the list. You want to tackle the first few first? This is the thing. This is the largest one. No gratitude. And this is why the left, this is why Democrats, we're constantly split. Because we're bankrupt on gratitude. We got so little gratitude. I would talk, oh my God, I will walk today knocking doors, at least 600 or 700 doors. My feet are tired, but my heart is not. Oh, let's give some power. We got a spirit bomb here. Everyone, raise your arms. Give him his energy. Alex Adorno, you know what? Why don't we do that? He's doing 700. Let's do 7. He's doing 700. Let's do 7. Each do 7. How about that? You see, this is what real gratitude looks like. He is grateful. He's not wasting one second. He's like, you know what? Kamala Harris is doing her job, so I will do mine. Yeah, maybe I don't agree with everything she said. Maybe I don't agree with all her policies. Some of them maybe I strongly disagree with. But you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. I'm going to do my part. You're the man, Alex. Clap. Give him the clap. I voted already my daughter yesterday and bugging my son to get us into, oh, Robin Smith. This is what gratitude looks like. And this is the trap we must avoid in Harris's 2025. How to reclaim your health and your wealth? Gratitude. Gratitude. We can't miss on that. Armando Machado. Look, listen, ladies and gentlemen. You see, you know why? You know how the manosphere is created? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. You know how it was created? It's very simple. I can give you one word answer. Okay, 2-word answer. You know what? Simple. No gratitude. That's it. These young boys, they ain't got no gratitude. See, when they go out and type nonsense, degrading women on the internet, what they see is a device made by men. And they feel like this is men's credit. And they feel like they got a gall. And they got the say to attack women. I have one question for them. If men made the phone, who made men? Oh, who made you? Huh? Weren't you a unicellular organism 15 years ago? How did you go from one cell, no consciousness, no sentience, no arms, no legs, no brain, not like you have anyone now, okay? No heart, not like you have any now, no ears, no eyes. Do you know how many people out here are born blind? No gratitude. They out here on that phone, they're typing with their fingers, okay? That their mama gave them at the risk of her own life, out here degrading women, out here fighting for the lack of birthing rights for the person who birthed them. No gratitude. That's what's going on. The people who are disabled, they got more gratitude than some of these guys. The people who are born blind, they love life more than these people. No gratitude. That's what's going on. That's 2 words, 2-word answer. The entire manosphere, no gratitude. That's it. It's not all these lack of male role models and all these other things. Hey, look, how come I never turned out like that? Since there's a lack of male role models, I would have not gotten any. How come I never turned out like them? Because I got gratitude. How's it going, Christian Vows? We're on fire right now. Watch the playback. This is one of the best content I've done so far. The amount of wisdom and positivity, it will shock you in the most positive way. See, no gratitude. This is what's going on. They're on their phone typing with their fingers, not thinking who gave them fingers. Not thinking about that. Tell me, am I right or am I right? Women did 99% of the work that caused you to be here. And they did it efficiently. And they asked nothing of you. Did your mother ask you that, I gave birth to you, so you must give me money, so you must give me all these other things? Did women say that? Oh, you owe me a life. Did they say that? But now the tables are turned. They say women owe men. If you don't give birth, you owe us a life. We're not only not going to appreciate you for giving birth to us, we're going to say if you don't give birth by a literal rapist, you owe the rapist a life and you'll be sentenced to death penalty while the rapists get to rot in jail and live on. This is what happens when we got I almost swear, no gratitude. This is what's going on. No gratitude. Adam Jaramillo. Can I preach your 6 case? Get them tuning in here. Don't have them go on this like TikTok, manosphere, incel, shorts. I'm streaming every day with wholesomeness and real moral standards. For men, women, anyone who wants to be a creature who is moral and has principles from the day they are born to the day they are buried. This is where you want to be. You want real awakening information? You want real enlightenment? You want genuine information free of cost? Right here. Every single day. Okay, maybe not every day. Maybe I'll skip on some days. But this is where it's going to be consistent. You got kids, tune into Detail Therapy Podcast. Get them tuning in. Get them to see the insanity out here. Because it's exposed. We're in heaven, ladies and gentlemen. We got a moon here, we got a sun here. We're in heaven. Who said we must die to go to heaven? There's heaven on earth if we care enough. And people out here talk about gas prices. Donald Trump is gonna cut our gas prices. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry for swearing. Who gives a... You know? It's like you're gonna forsake the birthing rights for the person who gave birth to you because you get a cheaper cheeseburger. You get 20 cents off your cheeseburger. No gratitude. You can't defend where you came from and you tell me you're a patriot. Cut that bull out. You can miss me with that. Cut that bull out. I don't want to hear none. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear you being a defender. You can't defend where you came from. You're going to defend this country? From what? Space aliens? Hit me with the hundreds. Hit me with the heart. Have the spine to live for up 8 years. We need some spine. We need some hearts and spines. Seriously. This is what we need. Gratitude. We need gratitude. When you don't got gratitude, you end up like them. When you don't got no gratitude, I tell you, you know what happens when the world doesn't have gratitude? You know what happens? It's gonna turn from this to this. Do you want this or this? This is where we are at when there's no gratitude. You go to the manosphere, you go to the incel sphere. This is you see racism, nationalism, religious zealotry. This is where they're at. What happens when you got no gratitude? This is where you're at. Okay? Things burning down. Choking, suffering. What happens when you got gratitude? Open skies. In heaven. This is the biggest threat in 2025. The continuation of the lack of gratitude. And this is the real thing. Because if we can be grateful, we can be focused. Thank you for the hearts. This is what we are on. Exactly. The USA isn't perfect. It's great and worth fighting for. Because you have to remember, you got a mom out here. You got your dad out here. Where are you going to go? Because they'll be here. You're going to fight for them or what? You're going to do it? Oh, but not if you're gonna pay more gas prices. It's as if Donald Trump will fix the economy where he was the one to botch it. But let's give him the non-given that he will cut your gas prices. So what? No spying out here. No spying. And these are the people who keep talking about principles, Christian principles, Christian values. Now you charge them 20 cents off their cheeseburger, they lost their values. Oh, Jesus. If Jesus came back, he'll be put on a cross again because he's too woke. He's a leftard. He's got liberal brain rot. This is what they will say. Oh, my Christian. How Christian of you. Imagine that. Think about it. Gratitude is what we're on right now. This is our frequency. We must have gratitude. In year 2025, I will run down the entire list of five traps we must avoid in Harris's 2025, how to reclaim health and wealth, full life. Okay, let's go. The first one we covered, the hook. The media is going to try to hook you on Donald Trump like a drug. So you can be on edge, anxious about his trials, about his court cases, his public appearances, his family, what he said. Screw all that. Don't get hooked. Okay? Number 2, Complacency. We think the fight is over. We think she's in and we can just stop. No. Evil never takes a vacation. Evil does not take vacation. They're out there. They will be on the ground. They'll be behind the scenes. They'll be doing stuff. So we better not stop. Number 3, self-division. Once the enemy dissolves, people start making enemies of themselves. We don't need that division. We're out here splitting hair amongst the left while the right is out here trying to destroy everyone, including themselves. But we will, once we feel like they're not a threat, we start taking each other as a threat. None of that nonsense here in Detail Therapy Podcast. Number 4, forgetting the past. You forget what happened in COVID. You forget what J.D. Vance said. You forget what Donald Trump did to our economy and the American people. You forget Gen 6. And come 2025, all you complain is Kamala Harris this, Kamala Harris that, because you forgot. You forget and you let the media sing-wash people. And number 5, gratitude. No gratitude. What happens? What happens? Very simple. What happens when there's no gratitude? This happens. This is what happens when there's no gratitude. Do you want that? No, I want this. And with that, guys, listen. Those are the 5 traps we must avoid in Harris's 2025. And that's going to help you reclaim your health and wealth that you have lost, that has been taken away from you for far too long. With that, guys, listen. Evil never stops. Exactly. Look. Thank you for the summary, Robin Smith. I'm going to tell y'all, if you haven't voted, look what Alex Adorno is doing. Do you want to do that? Because I will urge you to do that. And that's what we need to do right now. And Kamala Harris, we do that, she's going to win. She's going to win all over. She's going to win places where people thought no one would ever win. And with that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, a fire live stream as ever. The amount of wisdom and information you hear today, you haven't heard this anywhere else. You got kids? Have them tune in. Because they're better off spending time here with you, with us, with me, than whatever nonsense they have out here degrading women, attacking peace, and thinking being offensive and being slurry is something that should be taken in pride. We don't need that. Tune in here. Remember gratitude. Thank you for the summary, Robin Smith. Thank you so much. With that, guys, remember to vote. Tune in to Positivity every single day, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And with that, guys, may God bless America. Thank you all for watching.